What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. We are back and we back and we back and we back in the building. Only the most high people is destined for greatness and we destined for billions. Me pray all is well. I said, you know what? Me not going to lie. Me forgot. Me went live. Me remembered. Then me forgot. Me remembered. Then me forgot. Me remembered. And then I forgot again. You feel me? My homeboy getting his Wi-Fi right. And I was in here looking at shit. And I said, oh, got a little sidetracked. They got a little sidetracked. They got a little sidetracked. Said, let me come on here real quick. Let these people know that I do apologize. The end of the live so abruptly. Let me put on my sophisticated talk real quick. You feel me? I do apologize on my behalf. But didn't mean to end the live like that. But we are here. What's up, Broderick? What's up, Stacks? Y'all know on the live I had to jump back. Ooh, did that Kobe to that step and slid back. Kobe, that fade away. Bucket. Let me stop playing. I know the hoes like, what the hell she talking about? I know she said Kobe. Hit him with that 360 spin, that juke. Push back on one of the feet. Release the ball. Nothing but that, baby. Shout out to Kobe fucking Bryant. Kobe Bean Bryant, that is. Let me stop being extra. But y'all, don't forget my last motherfucking message, because I sure the fuck did forget it. Remember, the devil don't know shit about you. The devil goes to your enemies to collect info. So, if you not telling them nothing, the devil don't know. The devil don't know. The devil don't know shit about you, baby. How am I concerned? Oh, hold up. Let me not lie. The devil do know. The devil do know something about you. What? That you a bad mother. Shut your mouth. The devil do know that you are what? What Chris Brown say in his story? Unfuckwittable, baby. And that was my confirmation to let me know that they be copying the unfuckwittable. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. In divine timing. I don't give a fuck. Man, know what the Most High showed me. But anywho, you feel me? What else do the devil know about you? That you belong to God Almighty. What else do the devil know about you? If you touch the hair, even if you got hair on your chin and you're a woman, on the chinny chin chin, the Most High come through, beat your ass because you are not a friend. What else do the devil know about you? That you like that? Ooh. What else the devil know? The devil know a lot. But what the devil cannot do is fuck with your plans unless you tell the devil your motherfucking plans. See, when people be like, oh, you doing with the devil? No. They're dealing with the devil. That's why they can't never tell you what the fuck going on. I deal with God Almighty who know every goddamn thing. And if you don't believe God Almighty know every motherfucking thing, try it. God Almighty is the beginning, the end, the middle, the all that. Do you feel me? And then some. The devil didn't know that Ashanti was gonna be pregnant and all this shit. The devil didn't know that. They didn't even know. But I'm gonna tell you who did know. God Almighty, God Almighty, God Almighty, God Almighty, God Almighty. Don't you ever go up against thee. You must be a stupid motherfucker. What did they say? What did motherfucking Smokey say? You gotta be a stupid motherfucker get fired on your day off. You gotta be a stupid motherfucker to do that. Don't go up against the Most High. Guarantee you gonna die. So why the F would you motherfucking try? Nigga. What you should be doing is pouring into yourself. Seeing what type of supernatural powers do you got? You only can see if you your authentic self. That's divine law. I don't have no need to lie to nobody because I don't get shit off of lying. But I'm gonna tell you what you do divinely get. You get your ass beat. I don't want none of that. I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm just being real. See, God Almighty put most of me at the top. You feel me? In order for my bottom to come out, I gotta gain weight. You feel me? I gotta gain weight. So, what that mean is, I don't want no ass whooping. I don't really got too much back there, so I'm really gonna feel it. You feel me? I can crack a joke even when a joke shouldn't be cracked. Cause hell no. Is you whooping up at the top? Or you whooping that ass? Yeah. See, my backside ain't like that. It's just enough for whoever I'm fucking with. But to get that ass whooped by God Almighty, I ain't got enough. And so with the calculations, what did Kevin Hart say? The way that his checking, the way that my mind is set up, not enough ass, but a lot of motherfucking ass whooping. That don't match. That don't motherfucking match. So you mean to tell me I got more ass whooping than I got ass? See, I use common sense like this. And when that don't make sense, I know not to fuck with that. So I'm going to go ahead and slide to the left. I don't want none of that. And for those of you who do got enough back there, trust me, you still don't want none of that. The devil don't know shit about you. How am I for certain? Baby, the devil don't know what to attack. The devil can't attack shit over here, but what get attacked? I've been beating these motherfuckers' asses. Who have I been beating up? The devil, the devil's kids, the demons, the harlots, the Jezebels, the succubus, the incubus, the witches, the warlocks, whatever the fuck you want to call them, the lowlives, the losers. The not of the divine. The wicked. The weak. The dumb. The stupid. They're like, what is she doing? What is she doing? What did Ashley Banks do on Fresh Prince? Just mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business. Back up. Yeah, that's what I mean. Don't y'all remember that live that I did or video? Back up. Just mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business. Motherfucker, mind your business or you gonna back the fuck up. And for those of you who got them britches who say, well, make me back up. Oh, I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. Have you ever seen a bull take that leg and he thrust it back like that? If you ain't, Google it. Because that's what the fuck I'm doing as you trying to position yourself. The fuck? Don't ever forget the message. The devil don't know nothing until you run your mouth to your fake ass best friend. Your fake ass mammy hoe, your fake ass daddy, your fake ass neighbor, your fake ass boss, whoever. You think the devil know what the fuck I got going on? Even with the fake elite. By law, snooping is frowned upon. Can't attack me, bitch. Why? Because I'm in my goddess energy and I'm a prophet. So by law, they got to follow law. Divine law say, oh, this bitch is in her goddess energy. You can't fuck with her. See, maybe if the bitch was low vibrational trying to be a goddamn queen, then you might could attack her. But since this bitch is a goddess and she done stepped in her power and she know who she is and she's not lying, anybody who tries her will be decapitated. So if you're a god or a goddess, stand in your power. Go look at Chris Brown's story. Unfuckwittable, baby. What they say? They not like us. They not like us. They not fucking with us. See, I give y'all divine facts. Y'all be like, the devil know. The devil don't know shit. You want to know how the devil know? Because the devil is your best friend. See, when you call her dust the ass, see, that's why I be telling y'all. Because people be like, oh, you ain't got no friend. No, that's because I choose not to. Because if you see me, if the cameras was on me, you'll be like, damn. Everybody want to chill. Sure the fuck do. Girl, why you? Everybody ain't like that. I ain't for everybody, baby, even if everybody is for me. You got me fucked up. I'm only for who God Almighty say for me, baby. That's how I make sure I'm on the right side of the fence. Because let me tell y'all something. Y'all be looking at little small stuff physically that is a big problem spiritually, right? Let's say you go do something and somebody either tries to do it like you, try to go get the same shit, anything, right? that is a demonic entity. You could call it your best friend shit. It could be a person across the street. It don't matter. Somebody you don't even fuck with. That's a demonic entity. That's not that's not somebody that's of the divine, right? So remove that you went to Girl Scout, Boy Scout with them. Remove that you done known them all your life. You have to remove all that bullshit so you can see nothing but the truth, right? Because if truth ain't aligned with your eyesight, then that means that you got to get your mind right so you can peep shit that niggas don't see or thought that you didn't see or thought that they got over on you. So when truth is in your alignment and basically in your eyesight, you are aligned with the truth. You're going to see only the truth. It don't matter if a lie presents itself. By law. Divine law, that is. So if I'm of purity and I'm of truth, whatever the fuck presents itself in front of me, no matter how bad or ugly of a disguise it has, divine law says, I see you. Remember when I said with the vampire in Brooklyn, long time ago, using it again today, where he took a raggedy ass apartment, put a glamour spell on it, turned it to a 5-star hotel, 5-star luxury suite. Y'all will walk in that bitch and see the 5-star luxury suite, not I. Bitch like me see the shithole. Okay? So, that's what I mean by truth being aligned with my eyesight. Let's say you coming up to me talking about, oh, girl, I love you. That's not how I see you. And I'm good enough, high vibe enough to pretend as if I see you how you want me to see you. Just because I know God Almighty gonna motherfucking split your back like a chicken. See, one thing about me is I love when the wicked get their ass whooped. Like, people say that, but I want y'all to really know this. Really know this. If you don't know nothing about me, I love when the divine come through and fuck the wicked up. Like, It's one of the greatest things ever. So anytime somebody think that they gonna be evil or wicked and you run into a motherfucker like me, meaning a real chosen motherfucker, we gonna decapitate you every time cause law say so. What law was that? The divine law. You can go by your man law, but I bet you if I call on God Almighty, whoever the fuck you gonna go get, you and them gonna get fucked up. How much money you wanna bet? I don't even gotta put no money up. I'm for certain. So I don't get oblivious. Because if I'm chilling, if I get braids and then some girl that says she was my best friend for 15 years want to get braids, I'm going to have to cut her off. Why? Because that's a secret hater. That's a secret enemy. That is somebody who done saw me be held in high regards when I wasn't around. These are low vibrational motherfuckers. Look, this is why I tell you, don't ever want to be like nobody else. That's a wicked ass agenda. Y'all think that shit is cute, and those be the people who be there to backstab you. They be right in your face the whole fucking time. That's why I like the ones who be in my face. That's why I like to be like, oh, I don't see them. I don't see them. Because that's how they must see me when they be in my face. Because ain't nowhere in the hell they telling themselves, she not psychic. She not protected by God Almighty. With all this proof of my goddamn divinity. How stupid. I'm for certain. And if I have to put up Exhibit A, Exhibit B, and what is that? Start showing you how when people try to go up against me, how God Almighty come in and defend. See, y'all don't put no faith or no trust. I put all that. All God Almighty had to do was show me one time. And I was like, oh, shit. Well, you know what? Temper, throw that shit in the trash. Ain't no need to do nothing. A sin, bitch. Did you see how God Almighty is coming behind you? Baby. And then I had to learn how to not get cocky. And because I was never a cocky person, guess what, you guys? It was so fucking easy. What does that mean? See, when you a cocky motherfucker, it's going to be hard for you not to be cocky. See, when you were never cocky to begin with, piece of cake. I just had to tell myself, see, it wasn't even the cockiness that was going to get me. It was people getting fucked up. I had to put a cap on it. You feel me? Cause I was so eager. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, these people about to get fucked up. Well, not eager because they was already getting fucked up. Like I was like when people got fucked up, I was ODing. I was like basically doing too much. I'm not gonna lie. Let me just sum it up that way. You feel me? But I like when God Almighty take them by the neck and then drag them, baby. I'm seeing things. Just something to get my blood going. Like it's this one pedophile. Okay, never mind. I gotta keep that to myself. Divine timing. Y'all know I'm not gonna forget. Y'all know I'm not gonna forget. Y'all know I'm not gonna forget. Trust me. When that divine timing hit, baby, I'll be right on this shit. But I'm about to say that. I'm about to say when it pedophile. Look, I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen, the stuff that I know, baby. That's why I tell y'all to raise your fucking vibration. Because if I mention it, you feel me, and you're on the frequency, because it's a few of you I can see. You know what I'm saying? You'll catch it. It's not a lot. Okay, but you'll catch it. You'll be like, ooh, now you won't know exactly what the fuck it is, but you have an idea. You have an idea. Because I'm sitting here telling y'all, here's one thing I'm not about to do. I just cannot go up against God Almighty. When God Almighty show me some shit, I believe it. You ain't got to tell me that it's frowned upon to go up against yourself. I'm not stupid. God Almighty created me, baby. Just like that ICU tarot, the Exhibit A. She's still trying to copy, and you could tell with the titles. And she think it's funny, right? But let me tell y'all something. One thing about it is, if I was in a SHELTER, and I'm for certain God Almighty wouldn't give her that. So that's a title that she tried to do a subliminal. So which means more karma gonna come. How are you in a homeless shelter and you calling people dusty? I remember people tried to humble me and I just kicked my feet up because I knew God Almighty will humble them. As a humble servant of God Almighty. If I'm for certain God Almighty wouldn't. That's what I'm saying, telling y'all. Like motherfuckers be trying to be extra, and instead of like they could be in a fucked up predicament, and instead of being of purity, like I told you, the devil's kids, they will always choose to do wicked. They will pretend to be of purity just to get something. Because they know of purity. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? But be wicked. Don't ever let nobody listen. It was a show called Bewitched. Y'all are all being bewitched. Because I'm not being a hater. I'm presenting the truth. You in a homeless shelter, but you giving out, there's no way in the hell God Almighty is giving out titles. You're calling people dusty, and there's no way that you can flip it. That's not humble. If I'm in a situation like that, I'm about to be only praying to God Almighty and making sure that I'm of purity, pointing to the right shit. As you can see, it's always going to show you. See, at one time, I didn't have examples, physical examples, but all praises and worship to God Almighty for the wicked biting the dust so I can have examples. And they're going to always, no matter how many times they come and they hear me tell them, like I told y'all years ago, they're that damn fucking wicked. Let me give y'all let me put you on game. A lot of you guys have never, and I've never either, but when you are a knowledge type of person, you know a lot. So none of us, well, some of us, okay, have had a bear roll up on your ass. See, one thing about me is I'm muy inteligente. I'm very smart. I love to learn. So I've never had a bear approach me physically, but I've read about it. Right? So what have I learned? I've learned that if a bear walk up on your ass, real smooth and stuff, you better have something because that's how they do. Before they attack your ass, they make you feel like, oh, I'm over here to be nice, Mr. Bear, and then they lunge on your ass like the wicked. She was just in her community board begging, and she made sure she deleted those posts or hid them. That's why I'm telling y'all. I prophesize all this shit. You got tarot readers that done wiped out their whole about page to not have nothing in it. Then you still got some that kept it because it's only going to show you that they wicked, trying to tell you they're intuitive teacher or guru. Over here, you're going to learn about the divine. All this bullshit. Do not be bewitched out here. Watch them start using that. Oh, and I used that a long time ago. In fact, I had the motherfucking thing. And I'm going to go get the thumbnail. Y'all are being bewitched out here. Ain't no way in the hell. There's no fucking way in the hell I'm going to be in a predicament like that. Because I'm telling y'all know I get messages from God Almighty. And God Almighty be like, oh, these Desties? See, one thing about me is I'm a divine being. And I know that's why I be of purity. Because if God Almighty was to ever put me in that predicament, I know I'd be divinely protected. You hear that bird? That's crazy. Ain't even chirping and making it's making a noise where it's like just a vibration. That's why I'm telling y'all, like, you can call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. It's not gonna ever stop me from doing God Almighty's work. Whether you believe it or not, I don't give a fuck. If I was so wicked, then why is it happening? Why is it happening? Then you got some people that's trying to pretend, and then guess what the fuck God Almighty gonna do? It's a secret. That's why I be telling y'all, like, there's no way in the hell. Only saying Dusty because I said it. Like, I'm telling y'all, there's no need to make up nothing. These are allegedly people that's over the age of 18 who are mental patients. So what the fuck they are? Do I feel sorry for them? Fuck no. Would I ever help them? Fuck no. Do I give two fucks? Fuck no. When God Almighty come to me and say, what should we do? Death or prison? In fact, there's no need to ever come to me to ask me when it comes to the wicked. Death or prison. Permanently remove them and whatever comes from them or that is associated with them. That's what I promote, and that's what the fuck I push. Why? Because I want it to just be pure people. Good people. Because if it's just good people, I'm pretty sure good people not going to be crying or sad. They ain't got to worry about liars, thieves, cheaters, gossipers, none of that. Copycats, because you'll be gone. See, y'all be fucking with the wrong one. I didn't have no fraud, fake shit. I actually brought you along my journey so you could see that it was real. I started out as spiritual court. Well, I was awakened in divine masculines, but hey, I be lying so much that my stories stay the same. But I was in spiritual court. So for those of you who do not think that I don't have no ability to get you fucked up, you a stupid motherfucker. Because in your Christian Bible, God Almighty only delegated Deborah. If you go over there with the Egyptians, you will have Mayai. It's different motherfuckers, but it's the same me, motherfucker. Motherfucker, a motherfucker, a motherfucker. So what that mean? When it's over, you gonna have to see my spirit regardless. Truth and justice. And I'm very petty. Very, very petty. Imagine you playing with me in the beginning, during the middle, and even during the end. And then to really know that I'm really that. And now there's nothing you can do. I see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. You thought I could read energy just for fucking fun. Bye, 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 bye. I'm going to be loving it. When I get up here and tell you that when God Almighty whoop ass, oh, I drop what I'm doing. Stop. Drop what you doing. Run. Craig's in trouble. Come quick. Yeah. When I say I was in spiritual court, when I awakened ancestors, all this stuff, y'all thought I was just spitting shit. Yeah, didn't know I was spitting divine facts, huh? This is shit that I've witnessed and did in divine realms, lifetimes. Try to tell me about my timeline. Keyword, MY. You don't have none of the abilities that I have. So that means you don't have none greater. So therefore, you can't tell me shit about me. But I can tell you everything about you. You might want to stick to your fucking religion. Because when y'all fake spiritualists try to come over here, like y'all know that y'all fake. You a fake motherfucker trying to go up against a real motherfucker. That's like me being a fraudulent basketball player trying to go up against fucking Angel Reese. Sit the fuck down. The fuck? Y'all fake spiritualists trying to go up against me shows that you're dumb. Remember, you a witch. Out here doing demonic shit. They out here bewitching y'all. They asking y'all listen. When I pulled out simple shit, motherfuckers was like, yo, you know what? For you to check me with small shit, how y'all going to people that claim that they listen? This how you know that Jesus is fake. It don't matter everything that I done said. These motherfuckers be praying to Jesus and God, right? And they'll tell you, I'm gonna give you a personal reading, but ask you for your birthday or ask you for your zodiac. And here's the small thing that I did that I said that woke everybody up. So you mean to tell me the mother? And I said it just how I wanted to say it. And here I am, still a day. I mean, here I am today. Gift still growing, so God Almighty didn't get mad. I said, so you mean to tell me the same motherfucker that created you don't know your birthday or your goddamn zodiac? Motherfuckers was just sitting there. I said, you can hear a rat piss on cotton, can't you? Couldn't nobody say nothing. Nobody. Nobody couldn't say shit. Damn. Damn. So you mean to tell me how is they real? Because with that small thing right there, yeah, I work for God Almighty, but I'm gonna need your birthday. Send me your zodiac. Send me your name. When y'all come to me, do I ask y'all for any of that? Don't I ask you this? And mind the copycats, do you got a specific question or do you want to know what the divine got for you? That's it. That's all. They be doing too much. Witches. Don't get fucking bewitched. They're witches. You can't call me a hater with fucking look, the truth don't need motivation. So you mean to tell me the creator, the being that know every fucking thing, the unbeatable, the unfuckwittable, the undisputed, can do all this, but somehow forget your birthday and your zodiac? Get the fuck out of here. I didn't know that them was requirements, God Almighty, and you would see me on one of my videos say that. Cause that shit was funny as hell. Motherfuckers was like, yeah, put your hands on your invisible pearls. We all gon' yeah. Motherfuckers ain't never think of that. Them motherfuckers be like, you smart. And then I look at them and I be like, listen, I never do that to try to, but it's just to show you that if you take a step back and really observe these motherfuckers, the truth was in your face the whole time. So I don't need you to clap for me, celebrate me, because God Almighty already anointed me, baby. We need to get you anointed. So now that you see this shit, what you gonna do? How you gonna act? Oh, hell no. The fuck? That's just like you giving birth, because of those of you as parents, because it's a lot of y'all's parents, and it's a lot of y'all that's not. But it's even if you're not a parent, you a kid, right? That's just like your mama saying, you know what? I don't know what your birthday is. The first thing you gonna say, well, you doing drugs? What the fuck wrong? You gonna think some shit like that, right? Because wouldn't your mammy know when she gave birth to you? And I'm pretty sure if she did forget it, they got something called a birth certificate. A little slave document to keep it real, not a birth certificate. So, y'all be thinking that motherfuckers be legit. These be the same motherfuckers who say, yes, I am here for Jesus or God. That's why they can do wicked ass shit. Because if they said God Almighty, well, they gonna get fucked up regardless. God Almighty will split their almagata and their fucking thalamus because they're not using it. The medulla oblongata. The almagata. I don't like saying it because I don't say it right. In the thalamus, see, one thing about me is I'm very intelligent. When you see a highly intelligent motherfucker, and I'm not talking about that fraudulent like that Bill Gates fraudulent. No. That's wicked. Talking about a real high intelligent, like highly intelligent. That's who you know. God Almighty don't play about. See, y'all thought it was the niggas with the fancy cars, the women's in the no, they not even on the list. They can't even get in. That's why they be hating from the outside. You can't even get in. The fuck out of here. It's the people that's up purity. It's the people that's their authentic self. Yeah. The fuck out of here. It's the ones that don't back down. It's the ones that don't walk with the masses, drop the M the asses. We go the separate route because why? We create our own lane. God Almighty said you have your own lane. I wish the fuck I would get up here and lie and say I work for God Almighty and then be telling a bold-faced lie. Yeah, I work for God Almighty. What's your birthday and zodiac? As long as I've been doing this, I've never asked for those. And anybody that done got a reading from me will tell you, yeah, she automatically just start producing. I remember when people was like, damn, what a car is that? Oh shit, yeah, okay. The fuck? I have people, I'm not lying. I have old videos and lives of me stating this in that time where I have to go get the cars because people feel like I cheated them. And one thing about me is I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm not about to get no red X's. So you felt like I cheated you, baby. Let me go get the cards. The fuck? And I pulled out the cards, and guess what? Did the cards line up? Oh, I bet they did. Why? Because the cards don't control me. I control the cards. That's why you will never see me read the back of a book because the back of a book can't tell me shit. The back of a book is like instructions to fucking cards. I don't need no instructions if I'm the motherfucker that's giving the goddamn instructions. So if I need instructions to give instructions, that means I shouldn't be fucking giving instructions. You smell me? So when God Almighty give me instructions, I just put the goddamn instructions out. That's how you know that I'm not giving you my truth or the shit's not altered. See, if I got to read something or I got to steal something to do something, then that means I'm getting instructions to give instructions. No, it's a fraud. Don't get bewitched out here. It's over 1,000,000,000,000,000,000 ways to show you that they're not a part of the motherfucking divine. The fuck? God Almighty said, here go the energy. So this means the energy, here's the instructions. So you mean tell me I got to read a book in order for me to know the instructions? Get the fuck out of here. Because I'm pretty sure if God Almighty put it in my hand, that means I can handle it. I know what the fuck to do with it. God Almighty not stupid. Despite y'all being stupid. God Almighty not. So when God Almighty put that bitch in my hand, any of those of you who play basketball, when God Almighty put that rock in my hand, I start dribbling with it. You feel me? Then when I see somebody, oh, it's two defenders. They can't guard her. They can't guard her. Spin on them. Spin on them. Slide that foot back. Release. Wet. Bucket. What was that, ladies? See, what was going on was I was coming down there, dribbling down the court. You feel me? It was 2-on-1. Then they had to get a third because they saw how I was saucing it up. You feel me? Had to spin on both parties. You feel me? And then the third one, the last one, I had to take that foot. You feel me? Which foot? The left one. And I slid it back like that. It's like, you know when Maya was in that video and she was doing the girl moonwalk, I'll be moving on. Yeah, because you can't move. You only can move one foot like that because you don't want to catch up no charges. And right now, it's a lot of adrenaline. I don't know if it's traveling or carrying, but it's something like that, girls. Yeah. So I slid that foot back. When anybody see you slide that foot back like that, they already know it's a release. And not a balloon release, not a poop, not a gas. It's of a ball. You know, when they be really boiling, and then when I shoot it up, it's Kobe, it's Ray Allen, it's hold up, who they know? It's Steph Curry with the shot. You smell me? Buckets, threes. Ray Allen, he got game. You feel me? And then that's when Jim Jones them come out boiling. You feel me? Yeah, that's what I do. See, for the girls, a lot of my examples, they really ain't gonna hit some of y'all because you have to be a part of sports. So I have to remind myself, hey, you know it's females watching you, girl. You feel me? If I be like, oh, that nigga got a pig, they be like, what's that? A comb? No, one team was throwing the ball down, and every time I have to remind myself, stop saying triangle. I haven't played the PlayStation in a long time, but it's still in me. See, you can't take the PlayStation up out of me because it's still up in me. But that's when you would hit triangle on the fucking PlayStation thingy. And that's where the other opposite team jump up and they get the ball. And then that will be called an interception. You feel me? I don't know if I explained it. Niggas be trying to get bitches. Man, you ain't using the correct terms and da 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 da. Like, nigga, chill. You should just be elated that the bitch can even relate or even converse. You feel me? Chill. You feel me? But I just use that pick because, pick, it could be like a comb to pick your hair out, or it could be a pick for a guitar. You feel me? But it's also in sports, too. But one thing about me is I don't back down. I really rule with God Almighty. So I will never get up here and ask you things that God Almighty already know. That's pointless. That's a waste of your time, waste of your energy, waste of your money, waste of anything physical. Okay? Because apparently, y'all not on the spiritual yet. There's no way in the hell that God Almighty needs anything from you. Right? When y'all come to me, what do I get from you? Now, of course, you're going to pay me for my services. Why? Because I'm using my gifts, my energy. What do I get from you? Nothing. So I came out years ago to the new people and told people the only reason why they ask you for your birthday or your zodiac is so they can do energy harvesting. Period. But they laugh. They called me a hater. But I'm also the same motherfucker that came out during the time where they was telling y'all to say sun, moon, rising. And because of me, I said, hey, you're not supposed to give your birth chart information out. You're not supposed to give out XYZ. Then all of a sudden, exactly. So if I'm telling you, hold up, y'all. That dog wants to see it. Ah! You thought you was a slick motherfucker. You thought you was a slick motherfucker. Yeah, I went dumb. I knew I heard you. Ain't nobody stupid. You thought you were doing something. You thought you were doing something. Then you ain't doing that. But now you stuck. Hey. Y'all, one thing about it is two things for certain. God Almighty is forever and always working. I was talking to y'all, but I kept hearing it. I don't be, you feel me? I knew that dog trying to push that gate so he can get out. That's how I got out the first time. But one thing about it though, there's no need to get up here and to be a fraud. Everything that I told y'all, it came from within me. Look at that bird again. I'm not capping. People that are really chosen by God Almighty don't need shit. I'm not lying. What do I need? God Almighty. That's it. When you need more than God Almighty, you a fraud. In order for Moses to fulfill what God Almighty said, he didn't need that staff. He needed throat chakra. Where's throat chakra at? Oh, that's within. He needed his root chakra. Where is that at? Oh, that's within. So to walk in your purpose, you do not need a fucking extra. If you need an extra, you a fraud. What extra? All Moses had was God Almighty. He had that stick, but he didn't use that stick. So that's why I'm telling you. When they need stuff from you, it's a fraud. It's not a psychic. That's why all these fake psychics, they've been going all this time because they're frauds. That's an energy harvesting. That's you giving them permission. So I was telling y'all this years ago. Y'all thought I was a hater. Now you looking at it. Now you want to double charge, triple charge, quadruple charge. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm going to hit y'all asses in the head. You know I'm going to hit you in the head. How you know? Because that's what I've been saying years ago. But because it didn't come to pass, you thought I was just speaking. Everything that I spoke on going to come to pass. And I put that on all y'all bald-headed ass mammies. Now, put it on your fucking children. And that don't mean that they going to be saved. Because they wicked. They be like, oh, well, she ain't lying. There's no need for me to lie. God Almighty humbles everybody, even the wicked. So what that mean? God Almighty will humble me too. It's about having common sense. Meaning choosing not to do nothing for God Almighty to humble your ass to begin with. That's what that is. Common sense. But all of these people, whether it's your friends or family member, they all play a role to trick you. So the devil can have you. I don't work for the devil. It's always gonna be fuck the devil. And I can show you over a million trillion billion ways of how I can for certain tell you that it's always been and always gonna be fuck the devil. Ain't no sit down and chit chat. Ain't no none of that. The only motherfuckers that was able to say some shit, and I shut that shit down. Y'all can't fight no demons. They whoop. The demons is whooping y'all asses. Imagine a motherfucker talking about she a hoe, but I be out here keeping my pussy to myself. Come on. Come on. I remember back then, y'all, because listen, I didn't vocally tell people, but people that were my friends, they knew. Imagine you going around telling people I'm a hoe, but I'm not out here fucking. That's crazy. And you don't hear no stories about me or nothing. This is, and then the bitches be mad because they know that they be fucking, and now they know that I don't be fucking. So they be mad, jealous, because they chose to fuck. Oh, she thinks she better than us. Well, that's how you took it. I'm telling y'all. I'm not I'm not the motherfucker that get left on red. I'm not the motherfucker that got a call and say, hey, I'm doing this. Do you want to XYZ? That's not me. I'm the motherfucker. That motherfucker say, hey, what you doing? Ooh, girl, I miss you. Da, 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 all this stuff. I be in my own zone, and that's divine facts. Ain't no cocky shit. Is when you is when you really, really, really about God Almighty. You don't really got time to be pouring into stupid shit. See, people think I don't be doing nothing, but I don't give a fuck what they be thinking. God Almighty knows, and I know. Nobody got time for that fraudulent shit. I'm telling you. I'm here to awaken you. Like, motherfuckers be envious and jealous over stupid shit. Stupid shit. Oh, she chose not to have sex. She thinks she better than us. Well, I wouldn't have had to say that if motherfuckers wasn't trying to call me a hoe. Like, how am I a hoe and my coochie is mine? And then when I let the bottom pull away from the top and I start speaking, I say, well, body counts matter. You can hear a rat piss on cotton. Bitches love trying to argue until you start talking about hygiene, until you start talking about being wicked and stuff like that. They get real quiet. I know how to humble a bitch. The fuck out of here. Ain't no hyena gonna ever step to a lioness. The fuck? That's why they running packs. Cause they already know what it is. I seen this fucking hyena thinking that a hippo was fucking dead and it was just chilling. Man, I was praying that that damn hippo tore that goddamn hyena up. I dislike hyenas. I used to like them as kids. I thought they were funny, but you know, the more you start watching Animal Planet, Discovery, and all that shit, them hyenas is trifling. As a child, that's why I've been telling y'all. I've been calling bitches hyenas for the longest. Ever since Lion King. Do not fucking play with me. Bitches that hear you say some shit that's low vibrational, that ain't never had nothing, and they'll start reciting it. Then you have the losers who be trying to claim, no, I didn't know. See you that much of a loser? Cause they be forgetting somebody somewhere know the truth. And that right there, that won't be able to sit with me. That can't. That's why I'm like, how do they do this? You can tell you got to be a dumb motherfucker. Like you cannot have common sense. Cause that won't sit right with me. So you mean tell me somebody know? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, no. So somebody know that I'm really not a legit. Y'all be stupid as hell. Solid tape. Y'all not humble enough. That's why God Almighty humble you. See, when you say, hey, I'm a humble servant before God Almighty, you ain't got to worry about nobody trying to humble you. God Almighty, I always step in. I ain't ever told y'all no lie. The fuck? And I ain't trying to be funny. Y'all are gods and goddesses, but who the fuck are y'all? And I know y'all like, what you mean by that? Like, who are y'all for me to be lying to? Like, motherfuckers kill me with that one because I be like, bitch, I ain't even lie to my mama. The fuck? You think you more important than my mama? Get the fuck out of here. What that mean? I ain't about to lie to nobody because I don't give a fuck. That lying shit is for losers. I knew as a kid, when you lie, I think I like 12. I don't know, the age not important. But I knew as a kid, to lie mean you was scary. I stopped doing that shit because I said, I ain't no scary motherfucker. People who lie be punks. They be pussies. They can't look themselves in the mirror. I won't ever be a part of that group, y'all. That's why I encourage you not to be a part of that group. Because nobody gives a fuck about that group. Not even the devil. Their fake leader. Their fake leader is using them to get to us. So that's why I'm like, damn, again, y'all being, they got abandonment issues, getting abandoned. All this stuff. That's why I'm like, all you should have did from day one was just heal. I'm not going up against the energy. I'm not about to be lying on folks. I'm not about to be lying to people. Like, y'all gotta really understand this. Like, when I say it, people get mad, but that's my way of showing you. When I be like, who the fuck are you? Like, who are you? And people like, what the fuck you mean by that? Like, y'all be trying to press me like y'all something for me to be, and that's when I have to tell people, are you used to the fucking liars or something? Because when I pull that, yo, who you think you is? Like, I'm on one. That disrespect. Because it's like my mindset is the fucking audacity for you to think I lie to you. And motherfuckers be like, well, people do lie. And my people. And then that's when I show them, like, because I'm not afraid to show people who I am. So that's why motherfuckers ain't got to be like, oh, well, 6 months she turned. No. Because it could be the first week. It could be the first day of you meeting me. If you do that, I'm going to act accordingly. I'm going to ask you, and who the fuck you supposed to be? Fucker be like, what? What the fuck you mean by that? Because you got me fucked up. If I said that, that's what the fuck I mean. Like, that's why certain people, everybody walks on thin ice with me. It's because I'm not fighting for no spot in nobody's life. I'm not fighting for no spot in nothing. I'm not competing. I'm not doing none of that shit that people be wanting you to do. I'm not doing none of that shit. None of that shit, none of that shit. So if you think that that's what you gonna have me doing, trust me. Bye. Y'all are fucking with an unbothered soul. You never came across one of those. You came across people that were bothered. Like, y'all got me fucked up. If people chill with me for a day, motherfuckers will learn so much shit, but they'll also see a lot. Like, damn, you really do be out the way. You don't do shit. I don't be doing nothing to nobody. But that's why I'm about to start pouring into my motherfucking business endeavors. Fuck that. All I needed, cause I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I didn't even want nobody to invest. I didn't even want to go get a bank loan. Cause people like, want you? I didn't want to do none of that. And I know y'all like, why? Cause it's like I'm high vibe. Like, I know more stuff than what the fuck y'all know, so it's different. If you know something is not right, You feel me? Like it's different. You take on different energy versus a motherfucker who don't know. If a motherfucker don't know that Gatorade is bad, right? But you do. Y'all both are different energies. Like, come on. That's what I'm telling you. I can't. Like, that's another way for them to fuck you over, to have some type of, you feel me? But then I got this energy where it's like you can't just be sitting on it. So this is why they trying to make shit a struggle. Cause they know when I make it for people who got, you feel me? If your ideas is popping like that, that's why I told everybody that was on my channel since day one, pour into your business ideas. Cause that's the only reason why you can't take off, cause you ain't got no investments. You feel me? I ain't like that. If God Almighty said whatever belonged to God Almighty that we all could win, I believe that. Well, I know that. You feel me? I got faith in that. U-N-I-T-Y. U-N-I-T-Y. That's the unity. U-N-I-T-Y. Hey, U-N-I-T-Y. All I hear is that damn saxophone. U-N-I-T-Y. Mm-mm-mm. That's the unity. Like, come on. When I drop my shit, I'm about to change the game. Change the world. I ain't one of them damn inventors, you know, like, I mean, I am, but I ain't, you feel me? One thing about me is what the fuck I put out, I make sure nobody seen it done before. So when I put my shit out, motherfuckers know it's a copycat, it's a copycat. And once the world see you as a copycat, they already know that you roll with the devil. And they can't fuck with that. Only the devil follow trends. God Almighty don't copy nobody's shit. God Almighty is the creator. You come from the creator, you can create. You ain't never got to steal nobody's creations. Don't ever be like them. They want you to be like them. Don't ever be like them. Because them ain't shit. Them are punks. Them are losers. Them are motherfuckers that won't ever, ever, ever even feel a small amount of energy that we give off. They 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 won't even embody the mustard seed of it. Stay true to you. Eat fruit, drink water, and pour into yourself. God Almighty said, remain pure. Because while you are remaining pure, pouring into what the fuck you need to be pouring into, God Almighty is tearing them down because you get ready to start building. Or whatever the fuck you building is about to be put on land. See, this is why I tell you, don't listen to the fakes. They came and stole some shit, it's the destruction. This is why this is the wrong time. Back then, you could have lied, could have did whatever. And this time, you stupid as hell. You got to be the dumbest motherfucker. But y'all, if y'all would like to book a reading, make sure y'all emailing me at spinksteroy@yahoo.com or DM me on Instagram. And for those of you who've been DMing me on Instagram, I'm not gonna lie, I'm honest. I seen like I think it's 5 or 6. The number's not important. I seen every message y'all sent me. I'm not gonna open it up. Why? Cause I don't work for free. That's dead. I keep telling y'all that. I'm not that. I'm not her no more. The girl that work for free, fuck no. You gotta pay me. So for those of you who done emailed me, did somebody Instagram me? I think somebody Instagram me. I'm not sure about Instagram, but I'm certain about my damn email. Yeah, I'm not fucking responding. Cause with the Instagram, you would have seen me open it and close it. But So please don't email me asking me nothing, telling me about nothing. That's you Cash App. or Zelle or Western Union ready. If you ain't the following, then don't come over here. I blocked the person that I forgot to tell y'all. I blocked the girl because she keep trying to come over here asking me because she get a reading, but she ain't never got no fucking money. So I blocked her ass. It was somebody like, it was on 1 week where I was just blocking people like that. She was the last one. I don't give a fuck who you is. Don't come to me asking for no damn reading and you know you ain't got no fucking money. What that mean? You thought you gonna get a sympathy reading and all you gonna do is make whatever situation worse. That's all you gonna do. So your best bet is to stay where you at. So for those of you who want to book readings that got money to pay, make sure you book readings. Therapy sessions, all that. I'm the reason why these fake ass witches is trying to act like motivational speakers and therapists and shit. These are motherfuckers who ain't even healed themselves. And somehow they're therapists. Don't even have the mindset of a therapist. But y'all, I'm about to get up off of here. Nah, because you know a therapist is a critical thinker. That's what they supposed to be. And these motherfuckers ain't. They just in critical condition. You feel me? They ain't no goddamn critical thinkers. Them motherfuckers in critical goddamn condition. Because ain't no way in the hell. But when it comes to the Most High people, may the Most High be with you, within you, and surrounding you. Shalom. Oh, if you would like to send a donation, you can. Oh, no. Would somebody like to get a donation reading? I saw donation energy. I wasn't really looking. I'm rubbing my eye, y'all. Well, with that being said, when it comes to the real gods and goddesses, may the Most High be with you, within you, and surrounding you. Shalom.